Wine and cheese pairing is a known brainer, but if you're like me, a beer guy, you no longer have to feel left out because Master Cicerone Mirella Amato joins me now with some tasty summer combos. Good morning.
Hi.
I love that beer is finally getting its spotlight right now when it comes to cheese, because I love cheese, I love beer, and we're bringing it together.
Absolutely. Yes, they're a great pairing. Actually, most cheese specialists agree that beer is a better pairing than wine for cheese. And recently I read an article from some wine specialists also saying that maybe wine should not necessarily be paired with cheese, specifically red wine. So here we go.
What is it about beer that makes it the perfect complement?
Well, the carbonation is the #1 thing because it really offsets from a textural perspective the creaminess and the saltiness of cheese. It refreshes your palate between each bite. Also, the flavors mesh well together. Can I show you?
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. I'd like to start right here with this Black Oak Nut Brown, which is a brown ale, and I've paired it with the Beemster, which is this cheese here. If you'd like to have a bite,
sure.
That's an 18-month-old Gouda, and it's quite a complex cheese, but it's salty. So you grab the beer, which has some nice nutty caramel notes, go back to the cheese. You'll find that saltiness is toned right down.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah. And I also feel like it elevates the beer as well when you combine them together, because I'm not usually into the brown ales, but really with cheese, it tastes amazing. I love it.
Listen, beer is fantastic with food. In Restaurant Canada, chefs have said for the past 4 years that craft beer is the top trend. So it's exciting to see that people want to discover craft beer. They want to discover it with food.
And what about a lighter beer? What would you recommend pairing? What kind of cheese?
So with a lighter flavored beer, I have here this golden ale, which I'm pairing with the Mapledale cheddar. And this is really a play on the contrast. Also, the cheddar has buttery notes and the beer has bready notes. So it's like a bread and butter, if you wanted to sample that.
Yeah.
But I thought it might be,
sure.
Ooh, look at you diving right in.
I grabbed a piece that was way too big for me. You can see it right there. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's right here. I didn't need to reach.
So we've created these 3 specific pairings as part of a program that I put together with the Ontario Craft Brewers and Loblaws, and we brought beer specialists in store to advise people, because people are really curious to find out, you know, which beer goes best with my dinner, or what food should I have with my favorite beer, or maybe just discover a new beer.
So this is just going to be happening at the aisle. So when you go in, you grab a beer, you might just be like, hey.
That's right. That's right.
I got a question. How do I pair this with food, right?
It's in select stores, so you can check Ontario Craft Brewers for the stores and hours. Did you want to try this one too? Do you have time?
Sure. Let's do one more.
So this is the Ransack the Universe IPA. So this is a beer with some bitterness to it. Do you enjoy IPAs?
Yeah, I like it because sometimes there's the citrusy hops. You know, it's not just bitter. People think hops and they think like, oh, it's really bitter, but in fact, it's really refreshing.
Then you're going to love this combination, because I've paired it with a 2-year-old cheddar, which has a sharpness to it. And in combination, the sharp ends of the cheese and the bitterness of the beer are toned down, and those fruit notes that you're talking about really bloom.
I can really taste it there. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
And I'm curious, as a master Cicerone, it must be constantly exciting to taste the new beers that are coming out, because breweries are getting very experimental. It's not like your dad's beer anymore. People are throwing in hops, they're throwing in lactose. It's like chemistry.
It is, and I was fascinated to see the latest LCBO release is full. 75% of them are these beers with fruits and vegetables in them, and this is not your typical fruit beer that you think of, you know, that's bright pink and sweet. These are all under 5% alcohol. They've got a slight tartness to them or a slight bitterness. Pair them with a goat cheese, and it's like having a summer salad.
And you know what's great too is I love convincing you know, my parents to try it, or friends' parents, because usually they think craft beer, it's too exciting. I wouldn't do that. And you throw in a lighter beer with some fruit notes into it, and that's amazing.
For sure. And like 4 years ago, would you have heard of a cucumber in beer? This is cucumber and lemongrass.
I gotta try that. I gotta try that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, and cucumber.
So refreshing.
It is very refreshing. And see, this is the exciting thing about beer, what I love right now. And you're, of course, sharing this knowledge for people visiting. So, yeah, you can just go, and next time you see it, just don't hesitate to ask a question, right?
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Amazing. Mirella, thank you so much for coming in. Always a pleasure to have you on to teach us about some beer.
Fun.
Thank you very much.